Joe Rogan is a man of numerous talents, a comedian, American podcast host, UFC commentator. But what you don't know, though, is that deep beyond the mic, he's an avid car collector and enthusiast. His car collection consists of the rarest and most coveted cars on the planet. If you're wondering, how many cars could Joe Rogan possibly own? The truth is, that's a tough one to answer, even for us. His collection keeps on changing, but through it all, we've put together a list of the top 10 best cars in Rogan's incredible garage. Stay tuned for our version of the Joe Rogan experience. A noticeable theme with the podcast host's vehicles is that he's a sucker for off-road performance, and his car collection is home to some of the best off-roaders money can afford. And with that, we begin our list. At number 10, a 2021 Ford Raptor Hennessy Velociraptor. Joe Rogan loves himself an all-American car. And it doesn't get more all-American than this 600 horsepower off-road beast. Powered by an enhanced twin-turbocharged 3.5-liter V6, this bestseller produces 622 pound-feet of torque and will go from 0 to 60 in record time, an impressive 4.2 seconds. Not impressed yet? The Velociraptor truck will not only reach incredible frontiers, but also do so in style, power, and luxury. Yet, it still isn't the most impressive off-roader in Rogan's collection. You want a capable, vintage off-road monster? Well, look no further, gearheads. Next up, a 1995 Toyota Land Cruiser FZJ80 TLC 4x4, often regarded as one of the most popular off-road vehicles in automotive history. It successfully combines luxury with survival. As for Joe Rogan's survival vehicle, he still wasn't fully convinced. He needed more. So what does he do? He enlists Icon's TLC 4x4 arm for the restoration to upgrade this formidable vehicle even further. So what's truly unique about Rogan's Land Cruiser FZJ80? Well, for one, its supercharged LSA engine that propels this heavy off-roader to up to 120 miles per hour and produces 560 horsepower and 580 pound-feet of torque. There are really few go-anywhere vehicles like Rogan's Land Cruiser. Well, enough with off-roaders, for now at least. How about something a bit more eco-friendly? As Elon Musk has been a guest on Rogan's podcast, the next car in his collection was pretty much a given. At number 8 in Rogan's incredible garage, a Tesla Model S P100D. Now, it was only a matter of time before Rogan turned to Tesla to experience the innovative performance of electric powertrains. And, as a bonus, this is a preposterously fast car. Praised as the third quickest production ever made, this Tesla is a great example of Joe's undeniable need for fast, really fast. It feels like something Bob Lazar snuck out of Area 51, Rogan's very own words. The P100D can go from 0 to 60 in a jaw-dropping 2.5 seconds, on par with a Porsche 918 Spyder. This electric masterpiece also features ludicrous mode, like its acceleration isn't already ludicrous enough. Flick the switch, and the car initiates an overcharged launch control function. Wondering what that does? Well, it turns on the powerful dual electric motors to propel the all-electric sedan at eye-watering speeds. Maybe Rogan was right. This is like something stolen out of Area 51. While the Model S definitely checks Rogan's need for speed, it certainly doesn't check his need for custom or hand-built vehicles, which brings us to our next vehicle, a 2008 Sharkworks Porsche 997 911 GT3 RS. The Porsche 911 is already one of the most legendary sports cars out there, and the GT3 RS takes it all to a whole new level. It has a top speed of 193 miles per hour and can go from 0 to 60 in just 4 seconds. While 193 miles per hour would definitely be too fast for a lot of people, Rogan isn't one of them. In search for more, the podcast host turned to Porsche tuner Sharkworks to give this already powerful ride extra power. Basically, don't get in this bad boy if you don't have the nerves to go really, really fast. Many car enthusiasts will tell you that a true car collection isn't complete without an air-cooled Porsche 911, and it seems that Rogan thinks so too. At number 6 on our list, a 1993 Porsche 964 911 RS America. Now, there's only 701 models of this Porsche in existence, making it quite the car to have sitting in your garage. It was specifically designed for the US market, particularly with the Porsche Club of America in mind. The RS America is equipped with a 247 horsepower Porsche M64 3.6-liter flat-six engine, which propels this ride to a top speed of 162 miles per hour. This track-focused model also includes certain weight-saving features, including no rear seats, cruise control, and power steering. Now, if you think we're done with the off-roaders in Rogan's car collection, well, think again. The next survival vehicle in Rogan's garage is even older and more capable than the '98 Toyota Land Cruiser. And with that, we're in the top 5 best cars in his collection. Next up, the 1971 Ford Bronco Icon 4x4. You probably thought it would be impossible for Rogan to have another off-roader as sturdy as a Land Cruiser. Well, you thought wrong. This 70s model will conquer any terrain. And Rogan still had his customized, turning to the TLC 4x4 arm of the Icon Garage, the very same team that handled the '98 Land Cruiser resto mod for Rogan. This Ford Bronco has many of the same rugged enhancements. Performance upgrades include a 5.0-liter Coyote V8 engine, Fox suspension, plus 2.5-inch nitrogen-charged shocks and remote canister, and 5-speed manual transmission. All this definitely makes the new Bronco more fun to drive than the original vintage Bronco. No offense. Now, through all these off-road beasts and sports cars, we still haven't seen a real American classic. Well, how about we change that with the fourth entry on our list, a 1965 Corvette Stingray, an absolutely powerful American classic. The Chevrolet Corvette, without a shred of doubt, is one of the most iconic American sports cars, and the 1960s Stingray model reinforces this even further. This bad boy features an LS1 engine and independent rear and front suspension from a C6 Corvette, alongside a Magnuson supercharger. And you just know Rogan's model still got a nifty upgrade, which includes centerline auto drag wheels, a tube chassis, and wide street performance tires. All these upgrades allow the Stingray to really go all out on the open road with a modern braking system to rely on. Rogan keeps its exterior design intact because, believe it or not, the Stingray's design still remains unique even after decades. When you think of an American classic, this beauty almost immediately comes to mind. One '60s American classic was so good that Rogan just had to get another. This time, he went for real American muscle with a 1969 Chevrolet Nova. It really doesn't get more one-of-a-kind than this bad boy. Combined with excellent engineering and design, this is an incredible throwback to the late '60s. A recurring theme with Rogan's collection is that he loves himself a good upgrade, and that doesn't change with a 1969 Nova. The Pure Vision design team blended the rear quarter panels of the first-gen 1969 Camaro, which, fun fact, the original Nova design was actually based on. This American muscle, combined with a much more modern performance, all thanks to an LT4 V8 engine that produces up to 640 horsepower. Other upgrades include Pirelli Performance tires, GT Sport suspension, and a Tremec T56 6-speed transmission. Well, that's all on American classics for Rogan's collection. How about we pop right back to the 2000s with the second best ride in his garage? Truth is, regardless of how it may look, there really is no other quintessential pony car. There's no bad way to own a Mustang. Whether you go vintage or something with a bit more modern capabilities, every Mustang has its appeal. And with that, we move on to the next car on our list, a 2014 Ford Mustang GT. Rogan's Ford Mustang GT might not be as iconic as other classics, but it still holds its own quite well, which explains why it's ranked this high. The 2014 Mustang GT is hailed for its easy-on-the-eye, no-shortcuts approach to excellent performance, with a rear-wheel drive, V8 engine, and a coupe body that's not only fine, but also quite great to cruise around in, a worthy addition to any person's garage. And finally, 9 masterpieces later, we've reached the top spot. The best ride in Rogan's incredible and expensive car collection. Well, with how much Rogan loves his car fast, there should be no surprise that the top spot goes to a sports car, a 993 Gunther Works Porsche 911, the third Porsche 911 in his collection. This is a custom Porsche made by California-based custom car garage Gunther Works. Wondering why it's coming first on our list? Well, because it was manufactured for the man himself. Equipped with a 4.0-liter Boxer engine, it's one of only 25 custom Porsches manufactured by the team. With everything we've seen, air-cooled Porsches are one of Rogan's weaknesses, and he fell yet again. It also boasts 18-inch Fuchs-style alloy wheels, a carbon fiber exterior, and a custom interior. It doesn't get much better than owning a car no one else owns. Well, 10 cars later, and we've reached the end of today's video. If you enjoyed our videos and are a fan of expensive car collections, don't forget to subscribe to see more just like this.